Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth and the last video of chapter number 4. So today in this video we will learn about the topic number 4 of chapter 4, that is types of frequency distribution. So let's begin. Frequency distribution. Frequency distribution, it is also known as continuous series or series with class intervals or series of grouped data. So there are four names of frequency distribution and we have class intervals there in frequency distribution, so that is important to remember. Frequency distribution is of 5 types. Here we can see the distribution of frequency distribution. It is divided into 5 types, that is exclusive series, inclusive series, open-end series, cumulative frequency series, and the last one is mid-value frequency series. Now one by one in detail we will learn about all these types of frequency distribution. Types of frequency distribution. So the first type is exclusive series. It is that series in which every class interval excludes items corresponding to its upper limit. Now please understand this with the help of example that, for example, in a class interval 10 to 15, only such item would be included the value of which is between 10 and 14. Any item of the value of 15 would be included in the next class interval, that is 15 to 20. We can see a table beside where marks is mentioned in the form of class interval and along with the frequencies. What is important here to note that in the first class, which is 10 and 15, 10 is the lower class limit of the class and 15 is the upper class limit of the class. Now suppose if the marks of the student is 10, 11, 12 or 13 or 14, this marks will be included in this class interval. That frequency will be measured here. If the marks of the student is 15, though it is 15 mentioned in the first class also, second class also, but we will consider the number 15 as to be included in the second class, where 15 is the lower limit and 20 is the upper limit of this class. So talking about the second class, where we will take all the marks. Suppose the marks of the student under the second class will be taken as all the marks from 15 to 19, which will be taken over here in the form of frequency. Similarly, all the marks of the student from 20 to 24, there we will take in the third class. Similarly, all the marks from 25 to 25 to 29 will be taken as in this fourth class. And talking about the last class, that is all the marks of 30 from 30 to 34 is taken and will be taken in under this class. So we have seen that if a student have scored 15 marks, so that will not be included in the frequency of the first class. That will be included in the frequency of the second class. Similarly, if the student will score 20 marks, one student have scored 20 or 22 student they have scored 20, they will be placed as in the third class in terms of frequency. After calculating the total, after totaling the frequency, we will be getting as total frequency as 26. Means the marks of 26 students we have collected and noted here. This is about exclusive series. Coming to the next type of frequency distribution, that is inclusive series. Inclusive series is that series which includes all items up to its upper limit. So here upper limit items are included. In the exclusive series, upper limit items are not included. In such series, the upper limit of the class interval does not repeat itself as the lower limit of the next class interval. Another important thing to be noted that here there is no repetition of the upper class limit which will become the lower class limit of the next class, which was there in exclusive series. As we have seen in exclusive series, what was that number? It was 10 to 15, 15 to 20, this all things were there. But here in the inclusive series, it is no repetition. Like in the first class, here it is mentioned as 10 to 14. Next class, no repetition, it is 15 to 19. Again, next one is 20 to 24. So we can see that there is no repetition of number of marks over here. Under inclusive series, please note that all the items or all the marks which the student are getting from 10 to 14 will be noted under this first class interval only. Whereas the student who is scoring the marks from 15 till 19 will be noted there in the second class interval. So likewise, all the marks will be noted in the form of frequency, and we are then finally calculating the total frequency, and that is 26 is the total frequency obtained. This was all about inclusive series. Let us understand the conversion of inclusive series into exclusive series. As we have learned this inclusive and exclusive series, both the thing, now what are how can we convert the inclusive series into exclusive one? This is a table showing inclusive series because here marks are mentioned, and this is the same table which is there in the previous slide, and the frequencies against each marks class interval. So we can see here that there is no repetition of number of the there is upper and lower class limit of each class is very much different, and now we have to convert it in exclusive series. How we can convert? The process or the step to convert is, first we will find out the upper limit of the first class and the lower limit of the second class, the difference between these two. So the upper limit of the first class is 14, the lower limit of the second class is 15. The difference between them is 1. Half of it means 0.5. So 0.5 we will add to each. We will add 0.5 to the first class interval and subtract 0.5 from the second class interval. This we will be doing in all. Similarly, in all the last class, there means upper class limit, we will add 0.5 and we will subtract in the lower class limit. So it will become exclusive series. Here it became as 9.5 to 14.5 and 14.5 to 19.5, 19.5 from 24.5, and likewise, whereas the frequency will remain the same. Again, I am repeating, what we need to do is we have to find out the difference between the upper class limit of the first class and the lower class limit of the next class, which is 14 and 15 here. So the difference between them is 1. We will just take the half of it, that is 0.5. Now 0.5 we will add to the upper class limit, and 0.5 we will subtract from the lower class limit of the next class. This we will do in all the class interval, in all the classes. This will make the series or convert the series from inclusive series into exclusive series. The third type is open-end series. An open-end series is that series in which lower limit of the first class interval and the upper limit of the last class interval is missing, like as below 5 and 20 and above. These things will be written. Instead, we are using less than or below is specified in the place of lower class limit of the first class, and more than and or above is prescribed or specified in place of the upper class limit of the last class interval. Look here to the first class. In the first class, the upper limit is 5, whereas the lower limit is missing, and we will write below or less than over here. Next, in the second class, the numbers are there 5 to 10, then there is 10 to 15, 15 to 20. Coming to the last class interval. The last class interval here, again what we can see that the lower limit here it is mentioned, but the upper limit is missing. So this is the case there in open-end series, where for the first class the lower limit will be missing, and in the last class interval the upper class limit will be missing. It can be written as less than or more than. Frequencies will be given there along with the marks. This was all about open-end series. Cumulative frequency series. This is the fourth type, and it is that series in which the frequencies are continuously added corresponding to each class interval in the series. So cumulative, how a frequency become cumulative? When the frequencies of the previous class will be added to the next class. This makes the frequency series as cumulative frequency series. There are two ways of converting this series into cumulative frequency series. First way is cumulative frequencies may be expressed on the basis of upper class limit of the class interval, or cumulative frequencies may be expressed on the basis of lower class limit of the class interval. So you will understand now, taking one example, that what are these two types. Simply look at the table beside. It is representing the simple frequency series. It means simple frequency series. What does it means? It means simply marks were like given over here in the form of class interval, and in front of every all the marks there are their respective frequencies are allotted. So this is simple frequency series. Now we will learn that how we will be making, or from the simple frequency series we will be making it as cumulative frequency. That you can look here in the next. Here we have the same table, that is of simple frequency series. Marks are like given over here, mentioned here in the form of class interval, and frequencies are allotted beside of the respective class intervals. Now how we can make it as cumulative frequency series? To make it as a cumulative frequency series, either first way was to take the upper limit of each class. The upper limit of each class here it is 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. These are the upper class limit of each class. One way is to take this one and add as less than. So here it is less than 10. We will write in the first method less than 10, less than 15, less than 20, less than 25 and less than 30. So here we have taken all the upper limit of each class 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we have added as less than in each marks. So we have taken here, as you can see, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. We have taken the upper class limit of each class and we have added less than to each. Now coming to make the frequency series as cumulative frequency series, we will be adding a frequency of each class. That is, suppose here we can't add anything because there is nothing prior to the first class interval, so we will add as 0. 0 plus 3, that is 3. Now in term of 8, so we will add 8 plus 3, that is 11. 8 plus 3, 3 plus 8, 11. Now what we will add? We will add, that is 9 plus 3 plus 8. These all three things we will add. So it will give us 20. Now how many marks is less than 25? Now adding all the first 4. That is 20. Here we have 20 plus 4, 24. And the last one here is 24 plus 4, means adding this 4 to it, 28. So this one is the first method. This method is the first method where we have taken upper class limit of each class and added less than to each, and we have calculated cumulative frequency adding each of the frequencies which occur in the next class. The second method is by taking the lower class limit of each class. Please see what is the lower class limit of each class. It is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And now we will add the word more than. That is more than 5, more than 10, more than 15, more than 20 and more than 25. The second method is we have taken more than 5, more than 10, more than 15, more than 20 and more than 25. So this is one thing we have written as marks over here as in form of more than. Coming to frequency now, how we will calculate frequency here? We will be calculating frequency here as by adding all the frequencies. What are the total of it? The total here it came as 28. So more than 5 marks, how many students have scored? All the students have scored. So all the frequencies we are going to add, it will give us 28. Now more than 10. So we will be excluding how much? 3. We will remove 3. That is more than 10 marks. How many students have got? That is 8 plus 9 plus 4 plus 4. Because we have excluded 3. Now more than 15, how many students have got? It will be 9 plus 4 plus 4. More than 20, how many students have got? 4 plus 4, that will be 8. And more than 25, how many students have got? 4. So as we can see here, this can be done in the form of 28 or subtracting frequency of each previous class interval. So we have subtracted 3, which was the previous class interval in the simple frequency series. Then again we have subtracted 8, we have subtracted 9, and then we have subtracted 4. So this will give us this is the second method to find out cumulative frequency series with more than method, and method 1 was less than method. I hope you have understood this process of converting simple frequency series into cumulative frequency series. The next thing what we have to learn here is the conversion of cumulative frequency series into simple frequency series. As in the previous slide we have learned to convert simple frequency series into cumulative, but here we will learn about converting cumulative frequency series into simple frequency series. There is a question that convert the following cumulative frequency series into simple frequency series. The question is that 4 students obtain less than 10 marks, 20 students obtain less than 20 marks, 40 students obtain less than 30 marks, 48 students obtained less than 40 marks, and 50 students obtained less than 50 marks. Now here what we need to do, we will make the table, and in the table what we are going to write, first we will be writing like marks less than, we will write down this less than marks less than 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And what are the frequencies? We will write beside it. The frequencies are 4, 20, 40, 48 and 50. So here we have written the number of students who have got the marks 4, 20, 40, 48 and 50. So this is the table what we made of frequency, cumulative frequency series. So this is the table of cumulative frequency series. Now we have to convert this cumulative frequency series into simple one. Okay, that is simple frequency series. Now what we have to do, we can see as it is written here as less than 10. What is the marks less than 10? So we will make it in the form of class interval. We will write as 0 to 10. Less than 20, that is 10 to 20. Less than 30, 20 to 30. Less than 40, 30 to 40, and less than 50, 40 to 50. So this way we have converted the first one, marks, into the simple frequency series marks. with that is the class interval in the form of class interval. Now coming to converting this cumulative frequencies into the simple frequencies. Now what we will do is, the first one we will write, as you remember, in less than case what we are writing. We will be writing in, when we are converting the cumulative into simple one, the first one will be as it is, 4 means 4 written over here. Now coming to the marks obtained, that is less than 20 marks, that is obtained by 20 student. Now here we will be subtracting the previous frequency, that is 20 minus 4, 16, which will give us 16 is the simple frequency of the second class interval. Now come to the third one, the cumulative frequency is 40. So what we will do, we will subtract 40 with the previous one, 40 minus 20. So 20 is the frequency of the second class interval. Now 48 will subtract with 40. We will get as 8, which is the frequency of the fourth class interval, and 50 again we are getting to 50 minus 48, which will get us 2. So here we have converted subtracting the previous cumulative frequencies in each. So these are the cumulative frequencies, and subtracting each of the item from the previous frequency, we have got the simple frequency as 4, 16, 20, 8 and 2. So in this way, we have converted the cumulative frequency series into simple frequency series. Coming to the last type of frequency distribution, that is mid-values frequency series. Mid-value frequency series are those series in which we have only mid-values of the class intervals and corresponding frequencies. Such series are converted into simple frequency series using the formula. Okay, so here we will not have the items, or we will not have the class interval. We will have just the mid value of the class interval. So here in the table we can see the first column is of mid value, that is 5, 15, 25, 35 and 45. And the next one is the frequencies of the respective mid values. This is the table of mid value frequency series, where we don't have any class or class interval. It is just the mid value of the class interval mentioned here. The next thing what we have to understand is the conversion of a series with mid values into a series with class interval. Now here we have to convert the value which we have learned, that is the mid value, or we have to convert it into a series of class interval. There is a formula for it, and the formula is, for each class interval we have to find out lower limit and upper limit, that we know. But here only mid value is given, as we have seen, mid value and frequency is given. So we have to find out the class interval of each. To find out the lower class limit, it is LL, lower limit, is equal to M minus half into I. And the formula to find upper limit of the same class is UL is equal to M plus half into I. Now what are these numbers, and what are these alphabets? Where LL is represent lower limit, UL represents upper limit, M is mid value, and I is difference between mid values. These all things makes the two formula, and we will be getting two things from each. So let us take the example of the first one. Here the mid value is 5 and the frequency is 6. Frequency will remain as it is. What we have to find out from mid value, we have to find out lower limit and upper limit. The formula is mid M, that is M minus. So what is M? Mid value 5 minus half into 10. Okay, and what was 10? 10 is the difference between these two class mid values. So the difference between 15 and 5 is 10. So it will be like half into 10, which is 0. Upper limit, that is 5 plus half into 10, which is 5 plus 5, 10. So we got 10 0 and 10. So the first class will become 0 to 10. So we have got the lower limit and the upper limit. Similarly, we'll find out for each classes the class limit under each. So here lower limit, finding lower limit, we will take the formula of the lower limit, m minus half into I. M will be 15, minus half into I, minus half into I, and I will be like 10 only. So it is 10, we got lower limit of the second class. Coming to the upper limit, that is 15, which is the mid value, plus half into 10, which we will get as 20. So 10 to 20 will be the second class. Similarly, in the same way, we will calculate each class, and then we got a series with class interval. So this will be the class and this will be the frequency. Frequency will remain the same. There will be no change in the frequency. Only what we have to find? We have to find out with the help of mid value, and taking the formula, we have to find out the classes. So in this way, we can convert a series with mid values into a series with class interval. The last topic which we have to learn is the difference between univariate and bivariate frequency distribution. So what is univariate and bivariate? We have to understand this thing first. Univariate distribution. The frequency distribution of a single variable is called a univariate distribution, where just one variable is taken, and that is called as univariate distribution. Only single variable taken. Bivariate, it means bi means two. So a bivariate distribution is the frequency distribution of two variables, when two variables will be taken. So here we can differentiate the thing and these two on the basis of their meaning, their alternate name, and also with an example. Coming to meaning first. About univariate distribution, when data is classified on the basis of single variable, the distribution is known as univariate frequency distribution. So where only the classification is done on the basis of just one variable. Bivariate frequency distribution, when data is classified on the basis of two variable, the distribution is known as bivariate frequency distribution. The next differentiation on the ground of alternate name, that is, it is also called as one-way frequency, whereas bivariate is called as two-way frequency. Coming to example, height of the student in a class, it means here we are taking just one variable, which is height of students in a class, and the example of bivariate will be height and weights of students in a class. So here we are taking up two variables, that is height and weight. So it is under the example of bivariate frequency distribution. So with this, we came to an end of chapter number 4. With the help of this video, kindly complete your notes. Thank you.